I followed Sinatra, and his Black Panther was super clean.
Oof.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Beans, also XBE, I believe. Also bringing out the Black Panther in high level competition. And oh my god, it's actually two Rose Kisser as Nazareth and Nibiru. So shout out to two Rose Kisser. Shout out to each and everyone that's joining us here in the chat. W's in the chat for whoever you guys want to go for. And it seems like Krakoa domination is going to be round number 1. XOXO already with the standard picks and bans here, but they did lock in the Emma. And the Magneto gets locked in on the side of Imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a repeat, right? It's like a repeat of what happened in the last game. Like, okay, we ban Magneto, we save Magneto, but you ban Emma, you're gonna save Emma. So it's just like, yeah, we just wanna prioritize getting Magneto, especially if you wanna deal burst damage onto your Luna Snow, especially if you know you run a Luna Snow comp. You prioritize him more. Then we'll probably pick Magneto, right? But if we ourselves, we do not really play characters like Luna Snow, we go towards Invisible Woman, we go towards Ultron, Mantis.
Right.
Probably wouldn't care so much, right? We'll probably get... So coming in here, you can see that they're also saving up the Ultron, which means...
Yeah, they might go for a flyer heavy composition in this next match. So it's going to be super interesting to see. It's looking like a different type of match already because the Luna ban is already being banned out on for XOXO. But Imagine does lock in the Luna Snow, which I feel like just brings so much utility on the table. And as I look in the chat, like some people are talking about their favorite dive characters. A lot of Venom dives are insane. Moist Shoulder says playing Penny Dive is actually really fun. Man, you must be one of the goats there because Penny Dive is really crazy to pull off. But if you're able to do it, go for it. But Sungjuk Woo might be going for the Spider-Man here now.
For a moment, I thought you were going to say Sung Jin Woo, but
I wish.
Spider-Man, that's what we want to see. Let's go. Create havoc on the battlefield. And look at him teasing us. He's like, yeah, you want to see some Spider-Man? Yeah, I'll probably show it to you. I might not, but that's one of the characters I would love to see dive this composition, right? Especially in the back line. So who knows? They might be able to make it work. They might be able to create that chaos, and they might be able to push the opponents off this map.
What's crazy here is that Sungjuk Woo was so good with the Magneto. Honestly, almost getting from me SMVP or MVP with how well he was able to use it. But his bread and butter is that dive. And in a map like Krakoa, there are certain pull points here, depending on the big area, like that garden area. You can get to it, but it's going to be very situational. So hopefully the stars will align for some amazing Spider-Man plays. But rest assured, folks, XOXO always delivers when it comes to these type of matches. So not going to waste any time already. They're going to make their way towards the battlefield.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really strong, right? Because there's Spider-Man in the sky creating havoc. There's also Ultron, and not to mention Alone Fields on the Psylocke from the sidelines flanking. And you have the frontliner, which is the Emma Frost. So that's already a very strong indication of what they're trying to do. Divide and conquer. Oh, going to the back lines. You can see that happening and trying to aim onto the Luna Snow. But fortunately, they did not manage to lose the Luna Snow. But Magic's going to go down. Now they're going to have to fight this 5v6. Sungjuk Woo is going to try and run away, but Longfield is trying to deal as much damage as possible onto the Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is going to live. Mach 2 lives to fight another day.
Yeah, oh, here we go. Now we're seeing, the Ultron being able to piece up as long with Alone Fills. Now 4 for the price of 1, and they continue on here. So XOXO, with the right placements, with the right baits, with the right switches, they were able to complete their mission of getting the objective, and now they hold point.
Wow, this is exactly why you have to fear the Ultron, right? In this kind of split character comp, having an Ultron is just so strong, right?
Yeah.
But you can see Alone Fields just trying to build up the ultimate already at 87%. I think he'll probably be the first one to build it up all the way. And he already has Dance on Butterfly available. Song Jok-woo just trying to deal a little bit of damage to the backlines. Let's see if he'll be able to clear it. He'll be able to take out the Hela, and that's exactly what you want to do as a Spider-Man. You take that pickoffs. You be cheeky. You take that backstabs every day, all day.
And considering the changes to Spider-Man, right? You see a lot of people kind of drop Spider-Man, but he's still using it. And now the Ultron with the Rage of Ultron just to clear up shop here on the objective, taking out one. We do see the Emma Frost also taking out the Cloak and Dagger, and they continue on here as they hold on to their ultimates, Nils. So next team fight, as they try to retreat, is still going to be in favor of XOXO as Alone Phils gets another piece off on the side of Imagine.
Just very, very well executed, right? That's why whoever catches that point first, they can just leave the point just to pursue the enemies, right? And just let the point keep running. Okay?
Oh my.
Very good. The spectacular... Wait, what's going
Spin.
on? Okay, spectacular spin coming in, but the Fatal Wolf will also coming in, but decapitate. SG popping off! This guy is cooking right now with the triple Elims, and they are going to win over the control from XOXO.
I think that was a good retaliation on the side of Imagine, popping the Fate of Both Worlds just to keep everyone alive from the spectacular spin. XOXO realizing this is a team fight they can afford to kind of give to Imagine. They back away. They did give a point, but they're still holding on to the Psionic Seduction. They still have the Invisible Boundary and also the Eternal Bond. So two defensive ults, but we do see Song Jok-woo trying to get a piece here. Can he actually get a pick off? It seems like he's just trying to disrupt, distract, and now the team pushed forward.
Oh my god, was he trying to web that Meteor M? No, he's not. But now, Zeta coming with the Psionic Seduction, and that's going to block. Wait a minute. This is not supposed to happen. Maktu coming with the Eye of Agamotto, but he's going to be taken out. Wait, the ultimate is not going to be able to crowd control anyone for the team to capitalize. And now they're falling like pinballs. Alone Feels just clearing shop at this point. And wow, what a play by XOXO.
Yeah, they really held on to what they needed to. We do see that Alone Phils now gonna go for the Dance of the Butterflies to clear up shop before they're even able to take point here. And now a two-person pickoff just like that. Well-used Dance of the Butterflies to just secure that there will be no overtime coming into map number 2.
What a play by XOXO, and this is the composition that's really, really good to use now, right? Super aggressive, divide and conquer, and that's what you do when you're a confident team with distinct individual skills, right? You know what you can do in this situation. Look at Alone Feels. From his 11-0-0 score, that's 9 final hits. And from high...
Yo, chat. I'm just gonna say, yeah, chat. Ice Bear is in chat. Yo, you gotta cook. Don't worry, he's strategizing here. Shout outs to Ice Bear. I don't think it's the Ice Bear of Imagine, but I love the energy that you guys have because Imagine kind of need to come back from this one in an emphatic fashion because XOXO, that was quite the dominant display of just distraction onto the backlines with Sung Jok-woo. Didn't get as much pickoffs as you wanted, but the fact still remains he was able to distract for the whole team to move forward, set up shop with and look at that, just the movement on Sung Jok-woo.
Yeah.
He's already made it across half the way of the map.
Yeah, pretty clean rollout actually. Of course, when you play Spider-Man every day, all day long, that's probably the level you'll be getting at.
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, the rollout is really important, especially if you want to reach the point really fast and just get behind enemy lanes. That's what Spider-Man mains have to do at this point. But now, looks like they're trying to capture the point. Oh, trying to go for the back lines. Look at that!
Yo!
Nexus!
Rage of Ultron combined with the with a Psylocke flank, and we continue on here just to get a clean-up shop here. And now Sung Jok-woo is going to put the finishing touches to take out the Psylocke on the side of Imagine.
Where are you going, sir? Sung Jok-woo's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is not going to let you go anywhere but back to the respawn point. And they took back the point, Punch. Just like that.
Yeah, I will have to say that Imagine's going to try to change things up here. They did bring a Captain America to try to disrupt the backline of XOXO, but now he's trying to see a pickoff here. A spectacular spin just to take out, oh my goodness, a lot of utility from Imagine's side. So just the Psylocke and the Asetha communicating with the Spider-Man to be able to get another team wipe now.
The second one in this game itself. XOXO continuing to show why they are to be feared. Mind you guys, these guys are the ones that got third place in the previous
Yes.
MRC season 1. So right now coming in. Okay. Invisible boundary.
And now this is the thing. They're actually fighting away from that point, so they need to clean this up really well for them to be able to push the objective. We're going to see the it's that Freedom Charge is already ready, so let's see if he's going to use it just to sustain, because they did get one strategist. No, make that a strategist and duelist be taken out on Imagine's side, but Sungjok Woo continues on to try and disrupt any of the backlines and continue any support as possible.
Oh my
as
God.
Muktu is going to try and continue on with the Captain America, but no, it's going to be a little too close for comfort here.
Yeah, they're gonna almost instantly take back the control, right? This is so annoying to play against, because you know this Spider-Man, he just comes in and out so fast with a click of the fingers, right? He just comes in, swoops in, does the combo, a high heavy attack into an uppercut, into the E, into the right clicks, into the E. You see, look at it pulling it! Oh my god!
Oh my god! Able to get a pull onto Captain America, and now the Dance of the Butterflies. They don't have a roaming Vanguard, and we do see that the pickoff is going to happen on the side of Majin, though. So now this is going to be super important. They need to continue on here as they try and contest this point, and now they're going to try to stave off the offense here and just hold off the 99% for as long as they can.
Yeah, this is so close, right? 99%. It's almost always going to trigger overtime in this position, but they do have two ultimates ready on the side of XOXO, and Shizue has the Kraken Impact ready, but everyone else is just pretty much starting the ultimate charge. So Majin, though, picking off a lone fields in that position, that's pretty good to start things off. So they're holding on in their own way.
Majin, he's definitely starting to cook here after that last exchange, and also winning that 1v1 against Alone Fills. Alone Fills not feeling too happy about that. Holding on to that Dance of the Butterflies. We do see that Ace is also just waiting for the right opportunity to strike and give that resource. He's going to get the Vortex Field and now take out the Strategist. We're going to continue on to pile on the ults here on this side of the Psionic Seduction, as well as the Dance of the Butterfly. Sungjok Woo, he's going to try to get a piece here, but it seems like the falling left and right, and Imagine last chance here, but unfortunately overtime is triggered now.
Overtime is triggered. They are pushing a little bit more, but look at the Spider-Man just creating havoc. He's like, no, I'm not going to let you touch the point. This is the power of Spider-Man. Just camping the spawn and be like, nope. You're not coming through, and that's going to be a 2-0 in favor of XOXO.
That pull was so heartbreaking. Captain America was running towards the point, and unfortunately the pull was able to buy enough seconds for him to actually get that combo, Alone Fills with that MVP, and he wasn't able to touch point and trigger that overtime. So XOXO looking quite sharp. And I think this is what's scary if you're going up against XOXO. If you're letting them play to their comfort characters, which are the characters you see in front of the screen. High Vision is one of the new players here, but him on this Ultron has gotten so much work done. And he got so much elims as well as heals and supports. So
yeah,
that's something they have to worry about aside from Sungjok Woo's dive.
Yeah, this composition is just very good to be used over and over again, right? The split, divide and conquer strategy, right? Because look at Alone Fields. He was just, from the beginning of the game, he was just waiting patiently at the back lines, wait until they passed that point, and then just dealing damage onto the strategists. Look at Vexus, 0 and 7. 7 deaths so far. And Ice Bear as well, 7 deaths. This is how annoying they are towards the back line. Even Ace on the side of...
Just get people out of that room. So folks, Midtown is where we're going to do this convoy matchup. We're going to see a ban onto the Magneto and the Emma Frost.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what they're going to do, right? And then they're probably going to ban Loki or probably going to ban... Yeah, Loki. And then they're going to pick Emma Frost. Save Emma Frost? Yep. Loki is just a strategist that you do not want to play against. You do not want him on the opponent's side. So that's a good ban. I would imagine doing the same thing. Yes, that's what they're doing. Counter picking Loki as well. Probably ban a Mantis or Mantis or...
I'm trying to look at my notes if they go Guardians. I think, oh wow, XOXO really doing their homework here.
Luna Snow.
I think, yeah. I would say the Punisher ban was actually really good on the side of XOXO because they know Majin's really, it could really pop off with that Punisher. So they did lock in Ultron, so they do like their, I think this is High Vision. High Vision is the Ultron main in the previous match, so
Yep.
locking in the Ultron is definitely a good call here. And you called it. We are going to see a Mantis ban on Imagine. So.
Yeah, I mean the Guardian Calm is just too annoying. Not to mention the overheal with the bonus armor, right? On the Mantis, it's definitely very annoying too. So you can almost always expect this kind of bans every single time, with a couple of exceptions, especially when certain teams run very, very strong individual characters. But right now, we are going to be seeing this too on the side of XOXO, which is Ultron and Emma. And of course, on the side of Imagine, that will be the Magneto and the Luna Snow. So,
I like the fact that they always, like, we've been seeing a meta of, okay, let's safeguard a really top-tier Vanguard, which is either Magneto or Emma Frost, and then continue on with just either a strategist. But we all know Ultron is a duelist hiding as a strategist. But, folks,
Exactly.
let us know your thoughts on Midtown here. We're going to see the map in all its glory. Hopefully, fingers crossed, especially for Blaze Raven, that we do see that Penny. I mean, I want to see a Penny, too. I wasn't able to commentate a Penny match. But in Oceania, there was one. I think Multitudes and Dan were also graced with a Penny matchup. Will this be the first? We have to find out now.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, Penny is definitely going to be super fun to play here. We've seen people play Penny as a flanker as well. So who knows? We might be able to see that. And guys, Penny is not the best left clicker, but his right clicks.
The right click is
snare
godlike.
So annoying.
Yeah.
Every few seconds, man. So annoying. You can
So
even
no Penny.
block. Sorry.
Yeah, no Penny yet. But wow, Songjuk Woo on the Thor?
Thor.
I mean, there were some changes on the Thor, but yeah, he's gonna go Thor. So no shot, chat. We got a Thor on the mix here on the defense side by Songjuk Woo. And pretty much a similar composition with Imagine and XOXO side now.
Yeah, a Thor, but no Hela to back it up. So Thor has
Yeah.
to be really, really careful. I know he loves the front lines, but yeah, High Vision is probably going to build up his ultimate very, very soon. He's pretty much just acting as a DPS. And you can see that Makta, he's just trying to exile High Vision. He's just trying to catch the flying character, but you know, High Vision just knows what's going on.
Oh my.
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
Wait. Thor?
Okay.
Thor run?
That was actually very scary, but I do think they have enough already for the Rage of Ultron for Majin's side, but it seems like High Vision's going to use it for try to keep everyone alive and try to pepper in the damage. Majin also going to follow suit and try to keep everyone alive. So far, no trade-offs on either side of XOXO or Imagine. Invisible Boundary is going to get popped. Still some eyes in the sky here. Agamotto is going to get popped. Anyone is going to fall. It's going to be Mantis to fall first and foremost.
Yeah, and even with Vexus popping off the Fate of Both World, it wasn't enough to keep that. But Makta, at least he'll be able to take out High Vision, and Decapitate will be able to take out the Cloak as well. So that's pretty good so far, Shizue. They are actually fighting back. XOXO dying 1 by 1. So looks like they'll be pushing out this first point.
Yeah, being sent back to the respawn point, and it seems like the stagger on Seitha not going to be allowed to go for a teleport here. It seems like they might have to walk all the way back, but no. Actually, I think they're actually forming their way to get the teleport going, and now actually behind the objective, real smart. They kind of overextended here. So now this might force them to spend some of their ultimates. It seems like the Mantis is going to go for the Soul Surgeons just to keep them alive from the Psionic Seduction, as well as the God of Thunder try to take anyone out, but it is going to be the Luna to take out one of the players of XOXO.
Wow, that's going to be a 5v6 match. No, wait, Alone Fields is going to equalize that. That's a 5v5, but now look at Majin responding as well, just trying to keep that at bay, and he's going to take out Ace. Doing good so far. Imagine has probably found their winning formula. And slowly pushing, but XOXO seems to be able to defend this thanks to the Emma.
Yeah, the Emma Frost able to take out one and also hold point here just to keep everything not moving and on their side, but might have to reset here because that is dangerously low. He's going to get staggered. And now this is going to be a big question mark here because they're so close to unlocking the first checkpoint. They've already spent the teleport. Now they switch on over. Sungjok Woo is going to go on the Venom, another dive character, not on the Thor. Let's see if he's going to cause any havoc on the backlines.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm done with Thor. Oh, and the Meteor Amp. Oh, it's going to take out 2 of them. They're going to take out 3 of them. It seems like they will be able to take this first point. It's so near in reach. You can see that it's just very hard to defend, right? Especially when they're pushing so aggressive into the firepower of Imagine. So good start for Imagine.
Definitely good start. I like this team composition. They're not running the Guardians comp, but the Mantis is doing a lot of work here with the heals and also the sleeps. But something on XOXO's side, let's see if they're going to keep this type of energy or like sustain this. We do see a pickup on the side of Imagine onto the Cloak and Dagger. So another bad stagger here. And look, the clap to get Sungjok Woo back to respawn. You're going back to timeout, sir.
Yeah, he's like, I see you. You're too big to miss, right? So that's going to be the end of Sungjok Woo going back to the base. Zeta's going to take out Makta in response. And now, with that single Vanguard coming in, with that Emma Frost coming in the Diamond form, let's see if we'll be able to take out the front lines. Alone Fields trying to deal damage from the side. Probably needs to get a little bit of health pack. Just zoops away. But Shizue hot on tracks.
Yeah, and then we see, okay, we do see that the Human Torch able to take out 2 for the price of 1, but we do see Invisible Boundary keeping everyone alive. Supernova is going to get popped here to try and keep everyone away from the objective. Sungjok Woo able to take out the Magneto, and now he's going to continue on here to try to take out the eyes in the sky. Ultron here is going to be in big trouble, but he's keeping everyone alive. Everyone is back on the side of XOXO, but I say that a little too soon as Imagine take out 2 for the price of 1 in this next team fight, and they're so close to getting that 3rd checkpoint unlocked.
Okay, let's see if the Dance of the Butterfly will be able to make a comeback here. And wait, they will. Fortunately, Vexus with the Fatal Wolf will be able to stave off that attack by Alone Fields. Has no choice but to retreat. They are pushing on very strong. About to unlock that 2nd point. You can see that they're trying their best to hold on. Zeta will be able to clear off Ice Bear and make it a 5v6 at this point. The Rage of Ultron just to push them back a little bit further. They're like, we have 1 minute to go to defend this, guys. We can do it. Let's see if they'll be able to hold them off a little bit further.
Yeah. And the thing is, Sungjok Woo changed to Groot now, so maybe that's what he needs to do. Put boots on the ground and stay there, trying to go 1v1 with the Hulk here. But we still hold on as the timer is less than a minute left on the clock. The question is, can they hold here as ultimates are being built up on Imagine's side? Cloak and Dagger doing a lot of healing to try and keep everyone alive, but Alone Fields might have to go for a flank on the side here to try and take someone out. And now 3 are taken out on the side of Imagine.
Yeah, that's exactly the person you want to take out first, right? And not to mention Sungjok Woo now changing to the Groot, the one and only I Am Groot, just putting on the walls, just trying to stop them a little bit more and more. But right now, 15 seconds on the clock. The rest of Imagine is trying their best to run back. But look at Bruce Banner trying to hold on. But 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Ooh, coming Meteor Amp. That's not going to do.
Oh, that was so close. Tried to go for the Invisible Boundary, but no, unable to keep them alive. Now XOXO, they're slowly faltering here. Quite the expensive exchange, but it is all good on the side of Imagine because just like that, they were able to clean up shop. Even though that the Bruce Banner was able to hold on just a little bit, they were able to recuperate and reflank and re-strategize for them to be able to take that point. And now they're marching their way to get a 3-point game up against XOXO.
Wow, Imagine has woken up to play, ladies and gentlemen. They are showing a lot of grit, and they are forcing XOXO into a very uncomfortable moment because right now they are just pushing them so hard. Right now, the clash of the ultimates coming in. You can see all the fire pillars coming in, but the fate of both will trying to equalize the battle grind, trying to heal the teammates of Imagine to not allow anyone to go home. They're still holding on very, very strong with just 60, a few leeway to go.
I would say Rez doing a great job with the Eternal Bond, but just like that, Sung Woo takes out Shizue. And now we continue on as they push them towards this area, and also Mantis gets taken out of the equation. Ice Bear still back in chat here, and now we see the High Vision just push back everyone from the back lines. This is really good. Mach2 is going to change up. Maybe we're going to see a bit of Doctor Strange Portal, or him from a high ground to go for that Eye of Agamotto. But we do see Rage of Ultron on the side of Imagine, taken down and shut down by Seitha.
What a play. They're holding on here. 10 seconds on the clock. Imagine getting taken care of one by one. There's only Magneto solo guarding, and even Magneto will fall. 0 seconds, and it looks like XOXO will be able to put a halt onto the advances of Imagine at the second point.
I would say, though, Imagine did a great job. XOXO is kind of going back and forth when it comes to their hero pool selections. We started with a Thor, we went with a Venom. Actually, it was kind of just Sung Woo that was figuring things out, but what he needed was a defensive vanguard, which is Groot. I mean, Seitha was doing an amazing job. I think it was more of just them trying to find their groove back into this, since they were the ones kind of defending the point. But now we're switching things up. They'll be pushing the point. Can they go faster? Can they push farther than Imagine? Well, Imagine, I feel like they can kind of stick to this same type of formula because this seems like their wheelhouse of characters. Imagine on the Ultron is actually really good.
Exactly. I think that was when he was dealing damage on equal grounds against High Vision, right? So, and as a matter of fact, even more final hits. So Shizue, Imagine, that was definitely the factor. They were definitely the factor that allowed them to push as far as they did. But fortunately, on the side of XOXO, their ability to adapt and instantly change out the characters just to put a halt onto Imagine, that was actually well executed, because things could have gotten really, really bad for XOXO. They could have been pushed the whole 3 points.
Yeah, so at least they were able to secure 2 points, but XOXO kind of woke up and they were able to kind of defend. But now it seems like we are going to see Imagine slowly but surely try to push, try to defend, my apologies, while XOXO is going to push and try to create some flanks here and try to play it very safely in the first few seconds.
Yeah, just the back and forth coming in, and the walls, you can see why the walls are so dangerous. It just cuts you off. It cuts off your exit path and also cuts off your heals from the strategists. So right now, they are pushing very, very convincingly. Just a few seconds into the game, they're already pushing halfway through point number 1. But it looks like this might be the point where Imagine takes their stand. But High Vision still dealing a lot of damage from the backlines, and Rage of Ultron is already available. Let's see if this will be able to do the damage that they need.
Yo, chat, the way Ultron's able to gain his ultimates in these intense games is insane. And now we're going to see Alone Fills on the Punisher, able to take someone out with his primary fire, make that 2. An Eye of Agamotto, though, just for defensive purposes, might have been a bit too expensive to spend.
Oh my
and
God.
he's just going to eliminate him just like there. Staggered a little bit, but you got to question if that was on the side of XOXO. Now they don't have to worry about an Eye of Agamotto for the next couple of seconds before Mach2 is going to gain it back. So are they going to choose the portal? It seems like they're going to try to just march on foot.
Yeah, that was just insane, right? The execution of Eye of Agamotto was great, but it was just being kept alive. And now the portal coming in, all the ultimates being used. The Meteor M probably wants to take out the Cloak and Dagger.
Able to block it. Intense use of Vanguards here just for them to deny the Meteor M. We're going to see, wow, just the jump as well as the Strangling Prison just to take out one of the strategists. Final Judgment is going to get popped just for them to go for a defensive ultimate. They're really fighting for this next point, but Alone Fills takes out Mantis. We continue on with High Vision, takes out the other Ultron, and it is going to be a team wipe on the side of XOXO to lay claim for the first checkpoint.
And that was seriously a very, very quick push, right? Coming in, it was very, very convincing as well. Just coming in, just making sure that they are able to capture the point as fast as possible. And the chaos on the battlefield as well. It was just insane. And can we just say, Sung Woo, the walls are just crazy as well. The Strangling Prison, well-timed Strangling Prison, it definitely turned the tides for them and won them that war, that battle.
I think I got some static going on. Apologies, guys. Ultron has hijacked my mic. Hopefully it's all good. But I think I'm moving too much. That I think the wires got kind of crisscross applesauce. But we continue on. Hopefully it's all good because another team fight is going to ensue here. Another final judgment to just add more damage here. Do they have an defensible? No, they don't. And now it's going to pair up with a Rage of Ultron. And they're pushing past here to just try to march their way to unlock this second checkpoint now. And it's just, so far, XOXO doing a great job.
Yeah, I mean, they're just melting the lines of Imagine, and you thought that Imagine was doing a great job in the first half. They are definitely here to try and show that, yeah, we can definitely attack and be aggressive too, because plenty of time on the clock, Poch. 4.5 minutes, and they're already past the second point. Makta has a Strangling Prison available. Let's see if you'll be able to time it perfectly.
Yeah, this is okay, strangling, but we try to continue on to pile it up, but he does take out a lone fill, so that's a good usage of that strangling prison. It's going to be a little tough, Rage of Ultron, just to kind of stave off the defenses and now continue on. XOXO is going to get staggered here. They might have to push back just a little bit, but I mean, the point is so close from being pushed now. What else can Imagine do to hold their ground?
Yeah, it's just really, really hard, especially since aggressive, the attacking line, they definitely have an edge coming in, right? So Imagine, I would say Makta definitely has to stop, but Rage of Ultron coming in by higher vision. Okay, Vexus is gonna respond, and they definitely have a lot of ultimates to respond, but Decapitate just trying to take out Cloak, but wow, missing the target. That's gonna deal a whole problem for Imagine. Final Judgment coming in, but the Fate of both worlds coming in to negate that damage being done, followed by Ace in Invisible Boundary. Ultimates thrown left and right, but it seems like XOXO is gonna get the better end of it. Punch!
Oh my god.
Everyone's falling like flies!
They are, and now just Alone Fill's cleaning up shop from the top, and now XOXO, ladies and gentlemen, with a 3-2 victory on their side, denying a game number 3, and we continue on the last match of the day. But shoutouts to Imagine, they did an amazing job when it came to the attack side. They were only able to push a little further. It could have been something different, but MVP goes to Alone Fills on XOXO side.
Insane game, although it was a 2-0 sweep, but the fight that Imagine put, that was definitely... Hutch? Are you there?
Apologies, I am trying to fix my mic.
Okay, no problem. And you can see for a fact, Alone Feels himself already took up 16 final hits. Shizue with 13 final hits, but ultimately when your strategists are fallen victims, for example, Ice Bear, when you fall victim to the opponents too much, it's always going to be a handicap fight, right? It's always going to be a handicap fight, and that's going to be a disadvantage to Imagine, where XOXO, it seems like when they change the composition to have a secondary Vanguard, another Vanguard team, Sung Jak Woo on the Groot, it helped bolster the defenses a little bit better. And it definitely helped them a little bit more. So